Hey guys, just making a quick little video while I'm on my way to work. This week was Marathon Monday. I do just hope that we're all keeping in mind the victims of the marathon bombing, especially little Martin Richard that was 8 years old, that was killed during the blast. I always keep him in my thoughts, so I pray for him, and I pray for those who survived, the amputees, those who are just otherwise traumatized. I pray that they are also finding strength in their circumstances. So making this video because for the past several weeks, going on 2 months, I have kind of changed my diet, lifestyle, exercise, my perspective. After I had the baby, I was doing well, working out and things like that, but then when the winter hit, I stopped working out and I stopped eating right, and I thought perhaps I was suffering from postpartum depression because I just was having a real inability to cope with things and deal with my emotions, and I was lashing out a lot on people in my life. So I went to my primary care physician in hopes that she could give me a referral to a mental health specialist to talk about, what I was going through. And she said based on my symptoms, it didn't really sound like postpartum depression to her, but rather that I wasn't taking care of myself. And taking care of myself at other points in my life before having my son was like getting pedicures, going shopping, getting my hair done, things like that. And after having my son, taking care of myself really looked like getting enough sleep, having a healthy diet, getting enough exercise, not overcommitting myself to things, and just all around reducing my stress. And working out has definitely helped me in dealing with stress. So I've made some different changes to my life. Among those changes is that I've gone meat-free with my diet, and I am ultimately trying to go vegetarian. For my protein sources, just to kind of put it out there, I do eat fish, I do eat egg whites, I am still eating cheese and dairy, but trying to limit as much as possible beef, pork, lamb, rabbit, and chicken, and turkey as well. So and being like culturally, that's really unusual to people, but I'm happy that most of the people in my life, especially my husband, especially my mom, they really respect my decision because I'm doing it for my health, and I'm also doing it for my son because, my eating habits are going to affect his eating habits and my lifestyle, and, how active I am, it's going to affect his life as well. So I do want to be a good role model for him, and that in and of itself is enough motivation to go meat-free. I also was a smoker, and to put it in perspective, a lot of people in my life, let me just preface this. If you are making any changes in your life, I would caution you against sharing it so openly. I would say until you're really established in whatever changes you're making in your life, I really wouldn't share it with people, because now that I've been meat-free for going on 2 months now, and I'm sharing that with people, they kind of, like friends and coworkers and things like that, and they kind of laugh at it and don't believe it. But because I've been doing it for so long without anybody even knowing, I'm able to be strong and not go back to a lifestyle that really wasn't serving me. So I would caution you kind of against sharing too much of whatever changes it is, because people, once you share those things, people kind of feel like it's open season and they can give you feedback and try to sway you, and you should be making decisions for yourself, regardless of what other people in your life think. And one of the ways to prevent hearing what they think is not sharing so much with them. So that being said, a lot of people are kind of like not believing me, or I don't want to say not believing me, but just think it's kind of laughable. And I hate to say that about people in my life that care about me, that they would find something like this laughable, but I'm a former smoker, and I quit smoking on New Year's Eve last year, which is when I found out when I was pregnant, or found out that I was pregnant. And quitting smoking has been so much harder than quitting meat, because as a non-smoker, I crave smoking still, even though it's almost been 2 years since I've smoked. And I have had like a couple cigarettes here and there, But nicotine is, the strength of nicotine is something that I underestimated, just like I underestimated the importance of sleep and how sleep deprivation can really mess with your psyche and your ability to cope and process things. So I have really changed my lifestyle. I've changed my perspective. I've been educating myself a lot on the benefits of the lifestyle that I've adopted. I've been getting a lot of inspiration from another YouTuber, and it's somebody that you guys may already be watching, but her name is Annie Jaffrey, and she has adopted a fruitarian lifestyle, which is a diet focused more on fresh sources of fruit. And watching her, and she adopted that lifestyle in an effort to improve her skin. I will say I get compliments all the time on how great my complexion looks, and I do attribute it to my meat-free diet. And Annie's skin concerns are very similar to mine, and so I don't really think it's a coincidence that that we're benefiting from a meat-free lifestyle. So, what else did I want to achieve in this video? I have my follow-up appointment with my doctor coming up, and she was really great in hearing me out and not just sending me to a mental health specialist, but really recommending that I make a whole body change. I don't know if that's coming across right, but yeah, making like a change in my life, but addressing the whole body, my mental health as well as my physical health. And so she was really great in saying, like, if you don't change your lifestyle, if you don't start dieting or improving your diet and not eating so much saturated fat and processed foods and things like that, and if you don't get more sleep and all those things, she's like, don't cancel your appointment with me just because you're not doing what I recommended. She's like, still come into the appointment, let's still talk about it, and and if you do make the right changes and you're noticing improvements one way or the other, she's like, I want to hear that too. So I am happy that I did make a change, and that I'm really I'm noticing some great results. And there's cream in this coffee, so yeah, not 100% vegetarian, but really just, and when you do make a change, like any type of change in your life, you don't want to go too far with it. You want to kind of integrate it into your life, because if you kind of go too far with it and you fall off the wagon, you can get discouraged and things like that. But even just to, like, I'm going to work right now just to show you like my snacks is I have berries here. And then on top, I've got this is a protein source, dry roasted almonds. And then another protein source, these South Beach bars. This is a double peanut butter, and peanut butter is very filling. Nuts, very filling as a snack. I will say, if you guys are looking for good protein bars, I've kind of tried them all. And the ones by the South Beach ones, yeah, South Beach. I don't know if you can see that. Or South Beach, as I like to call it, but the South Beach ones, they're made by Kraft, so they're actually really tasty. Those ones I have actually found to be the most delicious, and I've been eating them for years. But yeah, now that I'm going meat-free, I have to find other protein sources to fill me up. I will share with you guys the diet that I've been doing. It's from Men's Health. It's a treadmill diet, and they're treadmill workout rather. They're 4 different workouts, so you can kind of alternate. I've been having a lot of success with that. So yeah, I'm gonna head into work. This video is just under 10 minutes. I hope I didn't bore you guys. I hope for my usual subscribers that this topic is something that you're interested in, and for anybody stumbling upon this video because of other tags that I've put on this, I hope that there are some different tips that I've shared that you can integrate into your life if they make sense. So yeah, thank you so much for watching this far, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.